Good evening to my all the students, grade 8 English medium, right? Turn on the chat. Hello, Buddha. So you are staying with the commencement class of the grade 8 English medium. So today we are going to start the lesson volume and capacity. So how are you, Buddha? I know there are so many new students here. Is that so? Put new to the chat if you are a new student. Put new to the chat if you are a new student. So Buddha, you are staying with the commencement class of the third term. All right? Okay. All right. Okay, of the chat. Yeah. I can see there are a lot of newcomers to our classes. So you should understand that, Putha. You are staying with grade 8 English medium class. So today you will be able to understand. I know your parents are also joining with this, and you and your parents both. You would be able to understand about our classes, how our classes are happening, and each and every month we are sending the tudes and relevant papers to your home free of charge. And right, there are a lot of things that I need to discuss with you. And today is the commencement day, the first day of the third term. So we are going to start the lesson volume and capacity, right? Right. Volume and capacity. So what do you mean by volume, right? So Buddha, if you draw a line in your book, what I can tell about that line? I can tell about length, ne? That's length. So that is one dimensional, 1D. If you draw a closed plane figure, what I can talk about that closed plane figure? A perimeter. It's not perimeter, area. What do you mean by area? The is the space that has been taken by the closed plane figure on that plane, we call it as the area. That is two-dimensional. Then, for example, the area of a rectangle is equal length into breadth, no? So it is two-dimensional. We have two dimensions. So normally it comes centimeter square, meter square, like that. Length comes in centimeter, meter, kilometer. Area comes in centimeter square, meter square, kilometer square, like that. So volume, what do you mean by the volume? For example, the volume of my phone, right? What is that? The total space that has been taken by this phone in this universe. හරි මේ අවකාශය තුළ මේ ෆෝන් එක ලබාගෙන තියෙන ඉඩ ප්‍රමාණය තමයි මේකේ volume එක. It is three-dimensional. There's a 3D object, three-dimensional. So you have to understand, volume comes in cubic centimeters, cubic meters, cubic kilometers maybe, like that. So basically you have to understand, what do you mean by the volume? For example, volume of solid objects. So this phone is a solid now. So what is the volume of this phone? The space that has been taken by this phone in this universe, we call it as the volume of this phone. You can understand. And volume of a liquid, you already know when you go to shops, if you are thirsty, if you want water, so you go to the supermarket and you are buying water bottles. So you can see there are a lot of water bottles in different volumes, right? 1 liter bottle, 500 milliliter bottle, 750 milliliter bottle. And I know you are some of you is they very like to, for the Coca-Cola, Pepsi. So when we go to the shops, right, there are 500 milliliter Pepsi bottles, 1 liter Pepsi bottles, 1.5 liter Pepsi bottles, right? So you have the rough idea about the volume. Okay, right on the topic, volume and capacity. Your unit number 22. Right, let's go. Right on the topic, volume and the capacity. Right on the topic, volume and the capacity. Puta, you have to take your notebook and write. Hari, I need to tell you few things, few facts before this, before starting the class. Puta, normally you should have to maintain two exercise books. Two exercise books. One book is for notebook and other book is for workbook. Hari? Then notebook, workbook. Hari? Notebook, workbook. Normally, Puta, in our classes, before starting the session, I tell you, let's do the work in the notebook today. So you already have your tutorial with you as well. Tutorial then you have to understand. Harid, එහෙමයි. Puta, each and every month you are receiving your tutorial to your home. So this is the tutorial for the month of September. Harid, so after your class payment, within 3 days, you will receive this tutorial to your home free of charge. Right. Normally, we are doing the works in the class in the tutorial. Puta. But today, most of you are not having the tutorial no, because today is the first and there are so many new students. Today is the commencement day of the third term. So all of you are not having the tutorial right now. But now we have started to send the tutorials. And you have to understand that if I tell you, let's do the works on the tutorial today. So we are doing the works in the tutorial. ලස්සන tutorial අපි වැඩ කරනවා. If you do the work on the tutorial, definitely you have to redo the work again in the notebook. Notebook එකේ ආපහු කරන්න ඕනේ මේ කරා. දැන් මම අද කියනවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට let's do the work on notebook today. If you do the works on notebook, then before come to the next class, you have to redo the work on your tut. Correct. Intention, what is the intention of that? Intention of that is to right re-refer the things that you have done in the class before come to the next session. Can you understand? It doesn't matter whatever the class, me or whatever, science or whatever the class. When you go to the class, all right, you have to re-refer the things that you have done in the class before you come to the next session. It's a very must thing that you need to do, right? So because of that, normally, Puta, we are starting to send the tutes 25th of the each month. Now, for example, then previous 25th, we have started to send tutorials of the September month. October 21st, 25th එවන්න පටන් ගන්න. ඕනම් කලින් මොන කට්ටියට කලින් ගෙවලා ගන්න. කියන්නේ class after the class payment. I will explain them. Whatever. You have to understand that, right? If you are doing the works on the tutorial at home, you have to redo that in your notebook. If you are doing the works, if I tell you, let's do the works on notebook today, if you do the works on notebook, you have to redo that on your tut. So today we are going to do the works on the notebook. හරිද? හැබැයි next day මම tut එකේ කරන්නේ. Next day වෙනකොට ඔයාලා හැමෝටම tut එක හම්බෙලා. හරි? Right. Okay. So you can briefly understand and don't worry about the new students. Don't worry. I will explain each and everything about our classes as soon as possible. Right? Okay. Volume and capacity, right on the topic. So we are doing the works on the notebook today. Okay. Volume and capacity. All right. What do you mean by the volume? Okay. So Puta, generally you can understand, generally you can understand, right? If I talk about a length, right? If I talk about a length, it is a one-dimensional, right? Then you have to understand length is one-dimensional. Length, right? 1D, one-dimensional. Right? If I talk about the area Area means the total space that has been taken by this closed plane figure on this plane. මේ plane එක කියන්නේ flat surface එක. බලන්න පුතා. බලාතුළු දාගන්න නැත්නම් මිනිස්සුන් බලනවා. හරි. Flat surface, the space that has been taken by this closed plane figure on this plane, we call it as the area. The area කියන්නේ පුතා two-dimensional. You have to understand. The area කියන්නේ 2D. දැන් අර කාටුන් එහෙම 2D නේ. ටීවී එකේ දකින්න කාටුන් 2D cartoons නේ දකින්නේ. Right. Right. That is two-dimensional. Like for example, if you take the area of a rectangle, if you take the rectangle, there are two dimensions, length and the breadth. You are getting the area, length into breadth. So normally, so you can understand, right? You can understand. So this comes in centimeters, maybe meters. Hurry. So this comes centimeters square, meters square, like that. Right? And so on. So you can understand. So volume, normally, now for example, volume is a 3D thing. I mean, if I take a cuboid or cuboid, if I take a cuboid, right? So volume. So volume is three-dimensional, length, breadth, height. Hurry. Right? මේ quality ප්‍රශ්නේ හරියද? බලන්න YouTube එකේ හරියට පේනවද කියලා. quality එක. Quality drop වෙනවද කියලා බලන්න. පුතා cubic centimeters, maybe cubic meters, and so on. What cut is the board? Right, okay. Right, write down the space occupied by an object, the space, write down. So what do you mean by the volume? The space, turn on the chat, put a board clear, turn on the chat. Video and everything is that quality drop put a heart on the chat, everything is, if put a heart on the chat, everything is okay. Put not on the chat if there is any something quality के प्रश्न ඇත්තේ නේද නෑ නේද? හරි. quality drop එකක් වගේ ඒවක් තිබුණ නිසා මම කිව්වා. We are streaming in 4K. We are streaming 4K. Okay. Right off the shot. So write down. The space occupied by an object, the space occupied by an object is called as volume. It may be a solid object, maybe a liquid, it doesn't matter. So space occupied by an object is called as the volume. Volume of the object. Right. So what are the units? What are the units for volume? So what are the units for volume? right? Cubic centimeters, cubic meters. හරි අර මිලිලීටර් කිලෝ මේ ලීටර් කියන එකත් නේද මිලිලීටර් ලීටර් පුතේ මේ ඔතන රිලේෂන්ෂිප් එකක් තියෙනවා I will explain later හරි මේ that thing I will explain later මෙතන පොඩ්ඩක් නිකන් දැනට දාගන්න ඔය 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1 milliliter හරි මෙතන නිකන් දාගන්න දැනට හරි 1 cubic meter is equal to 1000 liter මේක වෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා මම පස්සේ කියලා දෙනවා හරි and the general relationship you already know the general relationship 1000 milliliter is equal to 1 liter right okay turn on the chat put an order to the chat if you have already took the note put an order to the chat if you have already took the note okay off the shot right put it number one number one number one what do you mean by cubic centimeter මොකද්ද මේ cubic centimeter එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ පුතා if I take a cube if I take a cube එකක් ගත්තොත් මම length of a side 1 centimeter if I take a cube එකක් අදින්න if I take a cube length of a side is 1 centimeter හරි if I take a cube length of a side is 1 centimeter volume of that cube is 1 cubic centimeter හරි length into breadth into height හරිද මෙහෙමයි මේ concept එක තමයි if I take a cube which is the length of a side is 1 centimeter the space that has been taken by this cube is 1 cubic centimeter hari right so what is the volume of this cube volume of the cube the volume is 1 cubic centimeter you can understand Hurry. Number two. If I take a cube, if I take a cube, if I take a cube, length of a side is 1 meter. If I take a cube, length of a side is 1 meter. So what is the volume of this? 1 cubic meter. අපි ගත්තොත් පොතේ පැත්තක දිග මීටරයක් වන කියුබ් එකක් ගත්තොත් මේ වගේ ටැංකියක් හැදුවොත් උතන ඒකේ වොලියුම් එක 1 cubic meter the volume is 1 cubic meter right. So here you can understand we read this as හරි මෙහෙම දාගමු හරි we read this as cubic centimeter we read this as cubic centimeter we read this as cubic meter cubic meter right right පුතා. Number 3. Number 3. පුතා හොඳට බලන්න. හොඳට බලන්න. හරිද? හොඳට බලන්න. Then I draw a cuboid. හරි. ඇතරම මේ cuboid එක දැන් cuboid එක මෙන්න මෙහෙම මෙහෙම තියෙන්නේ කියලා හිතන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒ cuboid එකේ length එක 2 cm කියලා හිතුවොත් ඒ කියන්නේ cuboid එකේ length එක if the length of the cuboid is 2 cm and the breadth is 1 cm and the height is 1 cm නම් හොඳට බලන්න හරිද? දැන් length එක 2 cm breadth එක 1 cm height එක 1 cm නම් මම මෙතනින් මෙහෙම කැඩුවොත් you can understand. හරි? එහෙනම් you can understand පුතා මේ අර length of a side 1 centimeter 1 centimeter cube දෙකක volume එකට මේකේ volume එක equal වෙන්න ඕනේ. නේ? දැන් මේ එක cube එකක volume is 1 cubic centimeter. එහෙනම් මෙන්න මේ cuboid එකේ volume එක ඒ වගේ දෙකක් නේ. දෙකක් තියෙනවනේ වගේ. ඒතර 2 cubic centimeter වෙන්න ඕන. Can you understand? හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ if there is a cuboid මම මේ අදින්නේ අගන්න. ඔන්න there is a cuboid. හරිද? That cuboid is length is 2 centimeter, breadth is 1 centimeter, height is 1 centimeter. මේ cuboid එක තමයි මම පොඩ්ඩක් මැදින් කඩලා ඒ කියන්නේ මේක 2 centimeter නේ 1 centimeter 1 centimeter කැරුවොත් දැන් ඔයාලට තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් මේ වගේ cube දෙකකින් මෙයාව පුරවන්න පුළුවන්. මේ වගේ cube දෙකකින්. එහෙනම් මේක volume එක 2 cubic centimeter වෙන්න ඕනේ. So you can understand that. හරි. ඒතර ඕක එනවා. හරිද? ඕක එනවා. ඒතර cuboid එකක volume එක එනවා අපිට. length into breadth into height. දැන් 2 cubic centimeter වෙන්න බෑ. හරිද? But normally volume comes හරිද? මම volume එක කීයද මේකේ? 2 cubic centimeters. හරි. දැන් මම ඔක පොඩ්ඩක් මෙහෙම හිතුවොත් එහෙම අර 2 centimeter මට මේක මෙහෙම ලියන්න බැරිද 2 centimeter into 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter. හරි. දැන් ඔයාලට එහෙම කරොත් පැටලෙනවා. එහෙනම් ඔයාලා පොඩ්ඩක් තේරුම් ගන්න cuboid එකක volume එක අපිට ලැබෙනවා. හරිද? easily length into breadth into height. Length into breadth into height. What is the length? 2 centimeter is the length. What is the breadth? 1 centimeter. What is the height? 1 centimeter. May 2 into 1, 2. May 2 into 1 into 1. Centimeter into centimeter into centimeter, cubic centimeter. 2 into 1, 2. 2 into 1, 2. I 2 into 1, 2. Not 2 cubic centimeter. Hurry. Turn on the chat. Can you understand? Put yes in the chat if you can understand. So you have to understand that volume of a cuboid comes from the equation length into breadth into height. Answer is 2 cubic centimeter. ඕක තව ඇනලයිස් කරලා හිතුවොත් හරිද off the chart ඕක අර 2 centimeter මැදින් කැරුවොත් අර 1 cubic centimeter cube දෙකක් ඉන්නවා වගේ එතන. ඒ කියන්නේ එකක volume එක 1 cubic centimeter නම් දෙකක volume එක 2 cubic centimeter වෙන්න නම් obvious fact එකක් වෙනවා. එහෙනම් volume එක length into breadth into height එකෙන් ලැබෙනවා කියන එක මට obvious වෙනවා. හරි? හරි සරලව මෙච්චරයි. Volume of a cuboid comes from the equation length into breadth into height. හරිද? ඒක උත්තරය ආවට පස්සේ අර අපිට මේක obvious fact එකක් වෙනවා මේ it's like 1 cubic centimeter cube දෙකකින් තමයි මේ රූපේ හැදිලා තියෙන්නේ. හරි ඔය මුකුත් හිතන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. Volume of a cuboid. Cuboid එකක් කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Cuboid. දැන් ගඩොල් කැටේ cuboid එක. සබන් කැටේ තියෙන පෙට්ටිය cuboid එක. හරි. ඒක length එක, breadth එක, height එක මම ඔය දැන් note එක දෙනවා. හරි. Right. Hurry. Number three. Write down. Write down. Special note. Special note. Hurry. This is the length. This is the breadth. This is the height. So volume of a cuboid come from the equation length into breadth into height. Write down this. V is the volume of cuboid. L is the length. B is the breadth. H is the height. Right. So what is the volume of a cube? අපි කොහොමද volume of a cube හම්බෙන්නේ කොහොමද? දැන් මේක all sides are equal. You have to understand. All sides are equal පුතා. දැන් මේකේ length එක L වෙනවා, breadth එකත් L වෙනවා, height එකත් L වෙනවා. L කියන්නේ length of a side. And a volume comes length into breadth into height. So volume is equal to L into L into L කියන්නේ L cube. හරි. So volume is equal to L into L into L. ඔයාලට මෙහෙමත් ලියන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයාලට ඕනම් මෙහෙම ලියන්නත් පුළුවන්. හරි. So V means what here? Volume of a cube. Volume of a cube. L means length of a side. හැම side එකක්ම equal නේ. Length of a side of the cube. Length of a side. Take your notes. Right, Uday. I think you have took your notes properly. Right. Let me teach you something. Right? Okay. Okay, Puta. There is a cuboid. There is a cuboid like this. Hurry. There is a cuboid. There is a cuboid. Length is 2 centimeter. Breadth is 2 centimeter. Wait. Puta, listen to me. අගන්න. ඔන්න length එක 2 centimeter. Breadth is 2 centimeter. And height is 1 centimeter. හරි. So here you can understand පුතා. හරි. ඔන්න බලන්න volume. What is the volume of this cuboid? Length into breadth into height. හරිද? Right. Length is 2 centimeter, breadth is 2 centimeter, height is 1 centimeter. හරි මේ 2 into 2 4 4 into 1 4 4 cubic centimeter. හරිද? දැන් පොඩ්ඩක් කල්පනා කරන්නකෝ මේ රූපේ හැදෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා. මේ උත්තරේ මේක තමයි. මේක තව ඩීප්ලි හිතුවොත් අපි. මේ බලන්න. දැන් if I take හරි ඔන්න if I take ඔන්න 1 cubic centimeter cubes මුදේ දැන් length of a side 1 centimeter නේ. එහෙනම් මෙන්න මෙහෙම මම දෙකක් මෙහෙම එකලා මෙහෙම සෙට් කරනවා. අන්න length එක 2 centimeter හරි. හරිද? එතකොට breadth එක 2 centimeter වෙන්න මම පල්ලෙහායින් මෙහෙම ගානට සෙට් කරනවා. හොඳට ඔළුවේ 3D මවා ගන්න මේක. එහෙනම් මේ රූපේ මෙන්න මේ වගේ තියෙන්නේ නේද සර්? ඔව්නේ පුතේ. බලන්න ෂෝයි නේද? දැන් එහෙම වුණාම නේද? right? මේක 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. So you can understand. So here it is 2 centimeter. And here it is 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. So here it is 2 centimeter. And here it is 1 centimeter. Hurry. Then a 1 cubic centimeter cubes. How many cubes are there? 4 cubes. එක cube එකක volume එක 1 cubic centimeter. එහෙනම් ඒ වගේ cube හතරක volume එක 4 cubic centimeter. අන්න අපිට obvious fact එක. මොකද? එහෙමයි. Volume of a cuboid comes from the equation length into breadth into height. So it is all over. We done. We are done. We have already found the volume 4 cubic centimeters. It's okay. But if we go to deeply on this, to understand this very, very deeply, that this is correct. ඔබලන්න 1 cubic centimeter cubes හතරක් කොයි විදිහට සෙට් කරපුවාම අන්න එතකොට මෙතන 2 centimeter 2 centimeter 1 centimeter. එතන cubes හතරක් ඉන්නවා මෙතන. එක cube එකක volume එක 1 cubic centimeter. එහෙනම් වගේ හතරක volume එක 4 cubic centimeter. So you can understand, right? Turn on the chat. Can you understand this? Take the note of the shot. Please show your dog, sir. Dog show එකක් කියලා සිලුක් දන්නේ නැහැ මේක නේද? ඔන්න වැඩේ නෙතුච. This is not a dog show. චුටි බබාලානේ. For example here. පුතා මෙහන් you don't need to draw that. මේක අඳින්න එපා. මම මේක තේරුම් කරන්න කියලා දුන්නේ ඒක. You don't need to write that. You don't need to draw that. Okay. It's okay. All right. You can understand that. Right. Next example. Next example. If I take a cube like this is 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter, and this is 2 centimeter. So tell me what is the volume of this cube? Length into breadth into height. Length උයි breadth උයි height උයි තුන් දෙනාම එකයි. L into L into L නේ. L cube නේ. හරි. So 2 centimeter into 2 centimeter into 2 centimeter. So you can understand 8 cubic centimeters. හරිද? දැන් මේක හැදෙන විදිය බලන්න. හරි? 8 cubic centimeter. හරි. දැන් අපි දන්න මේක අඳින්න ඕනේ නෑ ඔයාලා. හරි? මේක අnder කමන්නේ මේක අඳින්න ඕනේ. අහගන්න. හරි. දැන් මේ එකක වොලියුම් එක 1 cubic centimeter නේ. 1 cubic centimeter වොලියුම් එක. හරි. මම මෙහෙම තියනවා ඔන්න cubes දෙකක් දැන්. ඔසනේ. මෙහෙම තියනවා. හරි. බලාගෙන ඉන්න. බෝඩ් කට් කරන්න. මේක අඳින්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ බලාගෙන ඉන්න. මෙහෙම තියනවා. හරි. මෙහෙම තියනවා. ආ බලන්න. හරි. දැන් මේ 1 centimeter දැන් එතන මෙතන 8 cubes තියෙනවා පුතා. 8 cubes වෙනවා කියන්නේ 8 cubic centimeter නේ. ඇයි එක cube එකක් 1 cubic centimeter නේ. So you have to understand this. You don't need to draw that, but you have to understand what I'm saying. Turn on the chat. Can you understand? තේරෙනවද පුතා? දැන් එක cube එකක් 1 cubic centimeter. ඒ වගේ 8කින් තමයි මේ රූපය හැදෙන්නේ. All right. Off the show. Buddha, you don't need to draw that diagram. We have already printed everything on your tutorial. The problem is today we are not having the tutorial with you. That is why we are writing the notes and everything in your notebook. So don't worry about it. You will receive your tutorial before the next class. After your class payment, we are sending the tutes to your home. Within 3 days, you will receive your tutorial. So you don't need to worry about anything, right? So you can understand that. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, anyhow, right? So here, did I put the numbers? Yeah, 3. I put 3, right? Right. So number 4. Put number 4. Put number 4. Put number 4. Right? Find the volume of a cuboid on a cuboid එකක්. Put the cuboid එකක් shape එක ඇඳගන්න. ටක් ගාලා. ඔය cuboid එක අඳින්නේ කොහොමද ලේසියෙන්? හරි. Now draw a rectangle. Draw the same rectangle like this. And ding like that. Okay. So always Putha, use your pencil to draw the diagrams. Pencil and the ruler. You must have your 3 pens, red pen, blue pen, and black pen. When you are writing a topic, just write the topic in your black pen. Underline it from the red pen. Write the note in your blue pen. Draw the diagrams by using your ruler and the pencil. Right? Be needy. Neat වෙන්න ඕනේ. ලස්සනට පිළිවෙලට වැඩ කරන්න ඕනේ. හරි. Right. Okay. So it says length is 12 centimeters. Length is 12 centimeters. Breadth is 6 centimeters. And height is 2 centimeters. So find the volume. What is the volume of this cuboid? So what is the equation? Volume of a cuboid comes. Volume of a cuboid comes from the equation length into breadth into height. Let's do it with her. So what is the length? 12 centimeters. What is the breadth? 6 centimeters. What is the height? 2 centimeters. Right. So you can understand 12 into 6 into 2. Centimeter into centimeter into centimeter cubic centimeter. Then 12 into 6 multiply කරලා එන උත්තරේ දෙකෙන් multiply කරා. හරි. දැන් මේ 12 into 6. 6 into 2 12 1 left 6 into 1 so 6 6 plus 1 7 144. එහෙම නැත්නම් මේ 12 into 6 into 2 12. 12 into 12 144. 144 cubic centimeters. දැන් ඔක පොඩක් ඔයා 3D හිතුවොත් if you think 3D හරි අර බලන්න cubes 12ක් මෙහෙම එක පේලියක තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ පේලි 6ක් තියෙනවා. අන්න එක තට්ටුවක්. ඒ වගේ තට්ටු දෙකක් තියෙනවා. ඒතර ඔක්කොම 144ක් තියෙනවා. ඒ විතර 12 තියෙනවානේ. එක පේලියක 12 වෙනවා. ඒ වගේ පේලි 6ක්. ඒතර 12 into 6 එක තට්ටුවක්. cubes 1 cubic centimeter cubes. ඒ වගේ තට්ටු දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් 12 into 6 into 2. imagine කරගන්න ඔළුවේ. වැඩක් නැහැ ඉතින් මම නිකන් කිව්වේ. Right. Okay. Number 5. Put number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Draw a cuboid. Okay, so I told you, Buddha, volumes come from the equation length into breadth into height. Length into breadth into height. පුතා මේ length into breadth එකෙන් මොකක්ද ලැබෙන්නේ? Area of the base, right? පතුලේ වර්ගඵලය. එහෙනම් instead of the L into B, I put A. A. L into B is equal to A into H. A means area of the base. Area of the base. Right? So here. So I can say, what do you mean by the V? Volume. What do you mean by the A? Area of the base. And what do you mean by the H? Height. L into B is equal to A, right? All right. Here on the chat. Put a heart in the chat if you can understand this properly. දැන් අනුදිගේ අනුදිගේ මයික් එක on කරන්න. හිතන්න පුරුදු වෙන්න ඕන දැන් ඉඳන්වත්. මෙච්චර දවසක් හිතලා නැහැ වගේ. Anudhi duwa, what's the problem? Anudhi, Dhoni, turn on your mic, Anudhi. Turn on your mic, please. Jawad के mic on का. Jawad, turn on your mic, please. Putha, see, you are not even turn on your mic, so how I can help you? Okay. Right, so you can understand. So here, L into B into H, no? So L into B means area, the area of this rectangle, the area of the base, ne? Pathuli vargapala, L into B again. So instead of L into B, I say A, area of the base. So I can rewrite the equation as V is equal to AH. Right. Okay. Putha, give me small time to explain about the classes for all the newbies. So Putha, today, so you are staying with the grade 8 English medium class, so you can understand I'm conducting classes online totally for all island students. So this is the timetable of you. You have to come to Saturday 5:30. So Saturday from 5:30 to 7 p.m. If you miss the live class, you can come to the repeat class Thursday 7 to 8:30 p.m. Hari, අපි පුතේ live class එක තියෙන Saturday, not Monday. Actually, it should be on Saturday, but I got the commencement class on the Monday. You have to understand that Saturday 5:30 to 7 p.m. That is the live class. If you miss the live class, you can come to the repeat class Thursday 7 to 8:30 p.m. Even though if you miss the repeat class, it doesn't matter. Even though if you come or not, you can watch all the class recordings from my website. But let me show my website, and there are so many options that you will achieve, that you will gain after you come to our classes. There's so many options. Okay, let's see. But after you come to our classes, you have to create an account. දැන් මෙහෙමයි ක්ලාස් එකට මුලින්ම පළවෙනි ස්ටෙප් එක තමයි you have to pay the class fee and come to the you have to register for the class first. After you come to classes, we are sending details how to register the website. Right, after you come to our classes, see what are the options that you can achieve. So if you go to the my account and here enroll classes, your class will be shown. So after you go to your class, right, for example, like grade 8 English medium, where is huh? Right, for here, right, for example, like if you go to the class recordings and if you click the particular month that you have paid the class fee and year, watch videos. So here, like Netflix, you can watch all the class recordings there. And also there is a special thing there, we call it as a special tutor answers, the PDF of the special tutor answers. That means I will tell you what I mean by the special tutor back when. So here class recordings, you can watch all the class recordings anytime that you want, right, for the particular month that you have paid the class fee. And also there is a very special thing that I need to tell you, that if you have missed, for example, if you are a newbie and if you want to learn, still if you want to learn the previous lessons, here is study packs option. So you can any study pack, you can take the previous lessons separately and watch them, right? Apart from the class recordings. And also I need to tell you that your tute will be tracked. Tute tracking option, like if you after the payment of the class fee, you will receive your tutorial within 3 or 4 days, but you can track the tute here as well. And also there are so many options here. Store option is actually the books that I have published, but there are no any books for you still, right? I will publish the books for you later, right? So that option is there. And what else I have to tell you? Results. So that basically, Buddha, you have to understand that, right? You have to understand that we have proved our success of our classes through results, right? Most number of, we have broke the, actually we have record of the most number of A passes of a O level class, right? 3,682 A passes for the GCE O level examination students of the previous year. Here you can see our result sheets, and also term test results. You can watch when you go downwards. You can watch all the after result videos here, after all level results videos, and also the term test results videos there as well. දැන් මෙතන දාගත්තේ නැද්ද අනිත් term test videos ටික? ඇයි? අර ඉංග්‍රීසි මීඩියම් වීඩියෝ එක දාන්න ඕනේ මෙතන. හරි. තව තියෙනවා ළමයි term test results videos මෙතන ඔක්කොම දාගත් නෑ. මගේ YouTube channel එකේ තියෙන ඔක්කොම. Right. So you can understand that as well. So our class fee is only our class fee is only 2,000 rupees per month. For that 2,000, you will receive your tutorial to your home free of charge. Tutor එක ගෙදරට හම්බෙන හැම මාසෙම. Let me show one of the tutorials how your tutorial is consist of. Tutor එකක් කොහොමද හැදෙන්නේ? For example, this was the tutorial for the month of August. Right? You can see it's like a book. So for example, right, so here you can see we have analyzed and we have everything on your lesson properly. So we are doing the works on the tutor, I told you, no? So here you can see. And there will be special tute for each and every lesson. Answers of the special tute is on the web. Right? So you can understand, you will receive your tutorial to your home each and every month. Right? So our class fee is 2,000 rupees. Right? So what we have to do in order to come to our classes regularly, if you want to continue our classes, make sure to join with the WhatsApp community that I'm posting right now to the chat. We will be posting each and every details, all the account details and everything to this community. Make sure to join with the WhatsApp community that I have posted right now. All right. Right. If you have any clarifications or any problems, you can call our hotline or WhatsApp our hotline. Right. This is our hotline, but you have to call within office hours. Within office hours. Correct. If you have any problem, not now, then not office hours done. Okay. Now I can continue. Now I can continue teaching. Yeah. So write down the sixth question. Write down the sixth question. Base area of a cuboid is 30 centimeter square and 4 centimeter height. Find the volume. Base area of a cuboid is 30 centimeters square. Write down. Base area of a cuboid is 30 centimeters square. 30 centimeters square. And height is 4 centimeter. And the height is 4 centimeter. You need to find the volume. So actually, we already know. Let's do it with it. Let's do it. So volume is equal to length into breadth into height. No? So instead of length into breadth, I put A, base area. So base area into height. So the base area is 30 centimeters square and height is 4 centimeter. So find the answer. Turn on the chat. Tell me the answer of the chat. Yeah. 120 cubic centimeters. Write down the seventh question. Write down the seventh question. Volume of a cuboid is 160 cubic centimeters. Base area is 40 centimeters square. Find the height. Let's do it. Let's do it. Base area is 40 centimeters square. Height is h. Volume is 160 cubic centimeters. You don't need to draw the diagram, but it's okay. Just let's do it. So volume is equal to base area into height, right? But here you can understand the volume is cubic centimeter. Area is centimeter square. So I can substitute the values. දැන් අර මෙතන දානකොට ඔය units දානකොට නිකන් පැටලෙන හින්දා අපි units නැතුව substitute කරමු. හරි 40 into h 40h. එතකොට h එන්නේ centimeters වල. Then 160 equal to 40h. So I can write that as 40h is equal to 160, right? Right. So I need to make h as the subject. So I divide this side of the equation by 40. If you divide this side of the equation by 40, you have to divide the other side of the equation by 40 according to the axioms. Right? H is equal to 4. 16 over 4 can 4. Answer comes in centimeter. Turn on the chat. Can you understand, Puti? Put problem to the chat. If you have any problem, then I can turn on your mic and I can help you. Of the chart. බේස් එක කියන්නේ පුතේ පතුල දැන් මේක රෙක්ටැන්ගල් එකනේ පතුල වෙන්නේ length into breadth පුතා දැන් volume comes from length into breadth into height නේ දරුවෝ අර length into breadth එකෙන් අර පතුලේ වර්ගඵලය එන්නේ base area එක නෙන්නේ හරි Puta, we shall go for the next question. Okay, let's see the eighth question. We shall go to the eighth question. Tuti, shall we go to the eighth question? Okay, all right. Eighth question, it says, volume of a cuboid. Volume has been given, right now. Volume of a cuboid. Volume of a cuboid is 240 cubic centimeters. Height is 3 centimeters. Find the base area. All right. Height is 3 centimeters. Find the base area. Right. Do it by yourself and tell me the answers. Turn on the chat. Do it by yourself and tell me the answers. බලන්න ප්‍රශ්න දාපු ගමන් උත්තර දානවා ළමයි. වැඩ කරන ළමයි ඉන්නවා ක්ලාස් එකේ. Of the shot. So you can understand. Then volume of a cuboid comes from the equation length into breadth into height. You can understand. Then instead of the length into breadth, I can put A, base area into height. So the volume is 240 cubic centimeters. Area I do not know. H is in centimeters 3, so area comes in centimeters square. So you can understand. So 240 is equal to A into 3 means 3A, no? Right. So that one I can write as 3A is equal to 240. If you want to find A, if you want to make A as a subject of this equation, this 3 is a burden. So I need to eliminate that. In order to eliminate this 3, I have to divide this side of the equation by 3. If you divide one side of the equation by 3, you need to divide the other side of the equation by 3. So A is equal to 80. Unit should be centimeters square. Area centimeters square. Turn on the chat. Can you understand? Can you understand? So I'm asking from the new students, so how do you feel about our class? So can you understand about monthly test and unit test? Puta, after the completion of this unit, there will be a unit test and I will find the top 10 marks of the class. And your unique report book will be maintained in your website, in your account. Let me show that. දැන් මෙන්න පුතේ යුනිට් ටෙස්ට් කියලා දැන් මේ ලෙසන් එක ඉවර කරලා මම ඔයාලට වෙනම දවසක යුනිට් ටෙස්ට් එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකෙදි උත්තර ලියලා සබ්මිට් කරන්න ඕන. After the submission, Your marks will be updated here and I will show the top 10 results as well. So you have to try. You have to try to get the highest marks of the class. So you have to learn very properly. දැන් ඔන්න ඔයාලට targets තියෙනවා. හරි. target එකක් තියෙනවා. මොකද target එක? මේ lesson එක හරියට ඉගෙනගෙන unit test එකෙන් පන්තියේ වැඩිම ලකුණු ගන්නවා. top 10ට එනවා කොහොම හරි. හරිද? අන්න ඔයාගේ target එක. ඒ නිසා ඔයා හොඳට උනන්දුවෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. ඇයි unit test එකේ top 10 list එකට එන්න ආසයි. ඒ නිසා ඔයා හොඳට දැන් මේ පාඩම ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. after 1 month හැම මාසෙන් මාසෙටම monthly test එකක් තියෙනවා. මාසෙට පාඩම් 3යි නම් ඉගෙනුවේ ඒ 3ෙන් monthly test එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකෙත් මම top 10 rank කරනවා. හරි? ඒකෙත් මම top 10 rank කරනවා. ඔය අයින් කරගන්නකො top 10 rank කරනවා. හරිද? top 10 rank කරනවා. ඒකෙත් ඔයාගේ මෙන්න මේ විදිහට තමයි report book එක හැදෙන්නේ. මම ඔයාලට පෙන්නන්නම් මේ grade 11 class එකේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අර paper class කියන එක තියෙන හින්දා ඒගොල්ලොන්ගේ මේ පේන්නේ මේ පේනව නේද? අර මෙන්න මේ විදිහට ඔයාගේ report book එක මෙතන හැදෙනවා. turn on the chat. පුතේ do you like that? අලුත් option එකක් මේ දැන් ඔයාලට එන. ඒක හොඳයි නේද? එතකොට lesson එකක් ඉගෙන ගන්නකොට හරි පරිස්සමෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. ඇයි මෙතන ලකුණු අඩු වෙයිනේ කියලා හිතලා. Off the chat. පුතේ very soon there will be a app. I will release the app of you. හරි app එක release කරනවා ඉතාලම ඉක්මනට. app එකේ වීඩියෝ එක දාගමු. බලන්න ඔයාලට ඉතාලම ඉක්මනට මේ app එක මම දෙනවා. web එක app එක දෙකම use කරන්න පුළුවන්. You can use the both the web and the application. Let's see the app. It's under testing then. It's under testing. Let's see. Right, turn on the shot. I'm asking from all my new students. Just tell me, how do you feel about our class? The options that you have. Do you like our class? And also my past people, as you can tell also, they might think like, oh, so you are talking to the new students, you are not caring about us, blah, blah, blah. No, like that. Okay. All right. App එක ඉතින් අපි අයියම්ම සිචාර මුල්දිශාන් online school. I will give you as soon as possible, don't worry. Under testing. දැන් unit test එකට හොඳට top 10 වලට එනවා කියලා තියාගන්න ඕනේ වලේ. lesson එකක් when you are learning a lesson, you should give your fullest attention on this because you need to come for the top 10. Okay. So your school will be shown, right? And soonly I will send some gifts for the top 10. Do you like that? මේ මාසේ නම් එවන්න බෑ. මම රෙඩි කරගත්තේ නැහැ. gifts එවන්න ඉස්සරහට top 10 වලට. ඕනද gifts? එහෙම කරොත් තව උනන්දුවෙන් වැඩ කරයි ඔයාලා නේ. එහෙම කරොත් තව උනන්දුවෙන් වැඩ කරයි. ඊළඟ මාසෙට ටියුට් එකත් එක්ක gift එකක් එවනවා. Right. Off the shop. Okay. So you can understand how to join our classes and how our classes are happening. So we are using the advanced technology tools in order to give the best outcome for our students. So day by day we are developing our features and everything. So we are developing our quality and the quantity and everything of your tute, your web, your app, our streaming quality, outcome quality. We are day by day, we are improving, we are updating, right? So as the new generation, so you are enjoying so much things right now that we could not enjoy when we were in grade 10, grade 8, when we were in your age, right? But you are now enjoying, neither you are staying at home, you are in safe zone, right? Your parents are with you. If you are hungry, you can ask your mother to take some tea or food or whatever. You don't need to go to the class. You don't need to come back home, right? You are staying at home. You have the tutorial with you. You are studying here. You can ask questions from me, right? So you have all the options. If you miss a class, you can recover that. Now you don't need to go to the town for the classes. You don't need to waste your time for the road. You don't need to waste the money for the road, for the transportation. Go and come back. No. You can stay at home and learn. Yeah, you must go to your schools. Never cut the schools. Go to the schools and engage with your friends, socialize with them, talk with your friends, help your friends, right? Take the experience that engage with the teachers, right? Ask them questions, learn properly in the school as well. This is a extra supplement for you, right? Supplementary thing for you. You have to understand. Right. Okay, Puta. So now I'm going to wind up the session from here. Turn on the chat. So I think you could understand each and everything I taught you so far. Yeah. Okay. All right. We shall continue the lesson on the next day. On the next day, I will complete this lesson and I will tell you when the unit test will be. Right? So before the unit test, you have to complete your textbook exercises. I will tell you how the work is happening. Okay, Videh. See you on the next class then. Take care.